to be loved with the kind of passion that consumes every cell, to be adored so deeply that the mere memory of your name sends ripples through their spirit. This is not just a desire. It is a divine truth, a truth that begins within you, not outside, not in their eyes, not in their words, not even in their presence, but within your own assumption, within your own imaginal act. You must act as if they will love you madly, badly, helplessly, because in truth, they already do. And it is only your disbelief, your doubt, your denial that clouds the whole of life, responds to your assumption. There is no one to change but self. This is not metaphor. This is not poetry for poetry's sake. This is law. The moment you begin to feel as though you are already madly loved, already the obsession of their mind, already the magnet of their soul, the entire universe bends to reflect it. Let me remind you again, your imagination is God, and God creates reality through belief, through conviction, through the assumption of already being, not one day, not after effort, but now. The present moment is the only moment, and if in this moment you dare to feel the reality of being desired beyond reason, loved beyond explanation, then that is what must come to pass. This is the secret that sages have whispered for millennia, and the truth that Neville gave to the world in simple words: assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. But here is what I ask of you: not to beg, not to chase, not to plead for love, but to embody it, to be the one who is already chosen, already irresistible, already held in their highest longing. Walk into a room and act as if their soul aches for yours. Sit in silence and feel as if they cannot stop thinking about you. Let your every breath be filled with the conviction that you are the one they cannot live without. Because when you do this, not out of arrogance, but out of alignment, reality has no choice. It has to conform. It must match the vibration you are holding. It cannot betray your inner world. You are the operant power. You are the dreamer dreaming this world into being. If you say, they will love me badly, and you feel it as if it's already true, then you have written the script. You are the playwright. Do not hand the pen over to the world. Do not look for signs in their actions, in their text messages, in their silences. Look for signs in your imagination. That is where everything begins. See, you've been told all your life that love is outside of you, that you must earn it, that you must look a certain way, act a certain way, say the right thing, and so you've lived under the illusion that love is given to you by someone else, that they hold the key to your worth. But I tell you, you are the key. You are the door. You are the room. You are the entire house of love. And until you recognize that it is you who gives them permission to love you, you will keep waiting for a knock that never comes. So don't wait. Decide now. Feel now. Embody now. If you want to be loved deeply, then go to the end and live from it. Live from the end, where they are obsessed with you, where they crave your presence, where they are whispering your name into their pillow at night, where every thought of you makes their heart race. And don't just say it, feel it. That is the key. You must feel it so vividly that the walls around you dissolve, and the only thing that remains is the feeling of being profoundly desired. The law does not care how. The law only cares about who you are being. Are you being someone who is unloved, unwanted, uncertain, or are you being the beloved, the one who is pursued, the one who is cherished above all others? Because whatever you are being, you are creating. Whatever you are assuming, you are birthing into form. I have seen it time and time again. A man unloved for years finally closes his eyes and says, I am adored, I am the love of her life. And within days she returns, calling him her soulmate. A woman ghosted for months begins to imagine herself as the most irresistible being. And suddenly he cannot stay away. Why? Because they changed. Not the person they loved, they changed. They assumed a new state, and the mirror of life responded. So I say to you now, with the fullness of spirit, act as if they will love you badly. Act as if they are already losing sleep over you. Act as if you are the answer to their prayers. Because you are, but not because of anything you do in the outer world. No, because you dared to believe it in the inner world. You dared to feel it as real before it appeared. You dared to move first in consciousness. Consciousness is the only reality. The outer world is dead. It is a shadow cast by your inner state. If you want different shadows, you must change the light within you. Change the film running in your imagination. Stop replaying the story where they don't want you. Burn the script. Write a new one where they are mad for you, desperate for you, helplessly in love with you, and watch. Watch how life bends. You are not here to beg for breadcrumbs. You are here to awaken as the God you truly are. And gods do not chase. Gods do not plead. Gods do not wonder if they are good enough. Gods know. Gods assume. Gods declare, I am loved beyond measure. I am chosen above all others. I am the desire of their heart, and the universe bows. Do not wait to see evidence. Create the evidence. Do not ask, but how will they know? They will know because your state will summon them. Your state will call to them louder than any words ever could. They will dream of you, think of you, feel drawn to you, and they won't know why. But you will, because you acted as if they would love you badly, and so they must. Neville told us, the world is yourself pushed out. That person you long for, they are you, they are your reflection. If they are not showing you love, ask yourself, what am I showing myself? If they are distant, ask, where have I distanced myself from the truth of my worth? Because once you return to the knowing that you are the beloved, the chosen, the adored, their behavior must change. All things follow the assumption. Everything begins in imagination. The moment you claim it within, it begins moving toward you. Perhaps unseen at first, but the roots are already growing. The cause is already set. Your only task is to remain faithful, loyal to the unseen, loyal to the truth of your vision, loyal to the end where you are already living as the most loved being on earth. There is a power that awakens the moment you stop asking, will they love me, and start declaring they do love me. Badly, madly, uncontrollably. That shift alone can bend timelines, collapse separation, reverse rejection. But you must be bold. You must be unshakable in your inner world. You must walk through your day with the feeling that you are a secret obsession, that they think of you more than they admit, that you are written into their every thought. And then let that assumption harden into fact. Feel their love before it comes. Smile as if they're already calling. Laugh as if you've already heard them say it. Cry tears of joy in the silence, because you know you are that loved. Not because you need them to prove it, but because you already received it in imagination. There is no power in the world greater than your own assumption. You can assume your way into any experience. You can assume your way into passion, into marriage, into reunion, into ecstasy. You can be the one they wake up thinking about, the one they cannot resist, the one they write poems for, even if they've never written before, but only if you are bold enough to live from it, to live from the end. So tonight, when the world sleeps and you are alone with your thoughts, imagine it. Imagine them looking at you with wild devotion. Imagine their voice trembling as they confess, I don't know what it is about you, but I can't let go. I don't want to let go. And feel it so real that your body responds, that your heart quickens, that your soul sighs in relief. That's the signal, that's the sign, that's creation. When doubt comes, and it will, do not fight it. Just return to the feeling, the end, the truth, the knowing, because the one who persists in the assumption will see it unfold without fail. You do not need logic. You need loyalty to the unseen. You need to say, it is done, and walk as if it is. Yes, they will love you badly, because you are lovable, because you are beautiful in spirit, because you are chosen, because you are chosen, because you decided it, and that is all it ever takes. So decide now, feel it now, be it now, and reality so faithful, so obedient, will become it now. When you live in that knowing, when you carry yourself as if the universe has already whispered your name into their heart, something miraculous happens. The outer world begins to mirror your inner claim, without effort, without force. You'll notice them acting differently. You'll notice glances linger a bit longer. Messages come a bit faster. Their energy shift into a pull you can feel. But even then, do not be distracted by the outer. Stay anchored in the inner, because your job is never to chase, but to assume. Your work is not to seek validation from them, but to validate your own belief in who you are to them. Your power lies in your stillness, your inner certainty, your unwavering stance that you are the chosen one, the one they ache for, the one they want so deeply it almost hurts. This is not fantasy. This is creation. Imagination is not escaping reality, it is shaping it. Neville taught this not once, not twice, but again and again. The moment you assume it and feel it and return to that feeling day after day, the outer world must align. When they come, as they surely will, it won't be with confusion. It will be with confession. They will say things you once scripted in your mind. Words that once lived only in your silence will be spoken from their lips. They will call you the love of their life. They will say, I don't know what happened, but I can't stop thinking about you. And you will smile not in surprise but in recognition, because you knew, because you held the vision, because you lived in the end while the world was still catching up. You see, nothing is withheld from you except by your own disbelief. You are not waiting for them. You are waiting for your own decision to become real. When you say, I am loved fully and wildly, and you say it from a place of feeling, not desperation, not need, but knowing, then the heavens conspire to bring that truth into form. You don't have to know the timeline. You don't need to know when. The oak tree never questions when it will rise from the acorn. It simply becomes, because the seed contains the blueprint of the future, and so does your assumption. There is no mystery here. The law is always working. The question is, are you using it consciously? Are you directing your focus with intention? Are you planting seeds of love or seeds of fear? Because whatever you assume, you live. There is no neutral. You are always creating, either by default or by divine design. So I challenge you today, not to look at what is but to look at what must be, because you've chosen it. To live not in reaction but in initiation. To be the one who feels love before love arrives, who dances before the music plays, who prepares for the embrace as if it's already coming. Because in truth it already has. The moment you felt it, you summoned it. The moment you believed it, you received it. You are the cause of everything you experience. And I tell you now, if you act as if they will love you badly, they will. Not by chance, not by persuasion, not by charm, but by law. The law that Neville Goddard called the law of assumption. The law that says, whatever you assume to be true, hardens into fact. So let this be your truth. You are desired beyond reason. You are loved without limits. You are the one they dream of, the one they can't escape, the one they are magnetized to, whether they understand it or not. Live in that. Dwell in that. Return to that. Day after day, moment after moment. Let it be your inner sanctuary. Let it be your secret garden, blooming behind your eyes. And watch how life bends. Watch how reality melts and reshapes itself to match the image you held with faith. Because when you dare to act as if they love you badly, you're not waiting for the world to change. You've already changed the world. And because you've changed the world within, everything outside must obey. It must reconfigure itself to mirror your inner conviction. They will remember you in ways they cannot explain. They will feel pulled toward you by a force they never questioned before. That force is you. That gravitational field of love is your assumption in motion. The world bends to the one who knows who they are in imagination. You will find in time that the people you once chased begin to chase you. The energy reverses not through manipulation, but through mastery of self. You no longer send desperate thoughts or search for signs, because you've become the sign. You are the signal. You are the lighthouse they are drawn to, and not by performance, but by presence. The presence of someone who is already adored. The presence of one who walks in the frequency of fulfillment. You see, most people try to manifest love from lack. They say, I want them to love me while feeling unloved. They say, I wish they would notice me, while assuming invisibility. That is why the love they desire remains distant. Not because they are unworthy. Not because it's not meant to be. But because they are calling it from a place of separation. But not you. You are different now. You have heard the truth. You have felt it settle in your spirit, like a key turning in the lock. You have remembered that the universe does not operate on begging. It operates on belief. And belief must be felt. So you let go of need. You abandon the false idea that something must change out there before you can feel complete. Instead, you turn inward. You make yourself the flame. You light up with the radiance of already being loved. And in that inner glow they return, already being loved. And in that inner glow they return, sometimes in silence, sometimes in words, sometimes in gestures that catch you off guard, but they come, drawn to the version of you that no longer waits for love but embodies it. You'll hear from them just when you've let go of when. You'll feel their energy shift just as you stop checking. Why? Because your state changed. And the state is always the cause. All things follow your state of consciousness. You do not attract what you want, you attract what you are. And when you become love, you draw love. When you become the one who is loved badly, you summon the very expression of that desire. It becomes inevitable. Not a matter of if, but when. Not a question of how, but a certainty of now. You are no longer hoping they will love you badly. You are no longer waiting. They already do. You are no longer wishing, you are remembering, you are the cause. You are the creator. You are the one they cannot stop loving. In this remembrance your entire world shifts. You begin to walk differently, not with arrogance, but with sacred assurance. You speak with softness, because you no longer need to be loud to be heard. Your energy says everything. You move through life as if every moment is steeped in the perfume of their devotion. Because in your inner world it already is. There is no strain in this. There is no forcing. There is only ease. The ease that comes from alignment. The ease that comes from trusting the invisible more than the visible. For the invisible is the womb of reality. It is the birthplace of everything seen. And when you dwell in the unseen long enough, it must appear before you. The love you feel within must walk into your life clothed in flesh. The one you long for must meet you at the point of your assumption. They will find themselves thinking of you while doing the most mundane things. They will feel your presence in the stillness of the night. Your image will dance in their mind like a song they can't turn off. And they will come, not because you reached out, not because you chased, but because you shifted. Because you anchored into the identity of the one who is deeply, wildly, badly loved. Isn't that the truth you've always known deep down? That you are meant to be adored, that love should feel like worship, not work, that someone somewhere is aching to pour every ounce of their soul into you. That isn't a fantasy. That's your soul remembering who you really are. And when you stop denying it, when you finally surrender to that knowing, the entire cosmos responds. No longer do you ask, what if they don't love me? Instead you declare, they can't help but love me. Not out of delusion, but out of divine recognition. Because love isn't earned. It is embodied. And the one who embodies it will receive it. Not eventually, not someday, but now, in the perfect divine sequence that your assumption has already written. So keep living from that place. That holy place where you are already everything to them. Where you are their favorite thought, their sacred craving, their home. Speak to yourself the way they would speak to you in love's purest moment. Hear their voice in your mind whispering the words you long to hear. I'm obsessed with you. I can't stop thinking about you. You're the one I've been searching for. Let these words echo not from desperation, but from creation. For you are not hoping they will say it. You are choosing it. You are giving life to it, with the only power that truly exists, the power of your consciousness. And when you do this long enough, consistently enough, gently enough, without trying to force it to come, you will witness what Neville called the bridge of incidents, a series of natural, effortless events that lead you straight into the arms of your assumption, a conversation, a coincidence, a sudden shift in energy, a chance encounter. These are not random. These are footsteps across the bridge you built with imagination. You will not have to manipulate. You will not have to explain. You will not have to try to convince them of your worth, because they will feel it. The moment you feel chosen, they feel it too. The moment you feel magnetic, they are drawn. The moment you stop questioning, they start wondering why they can't stay away. This is not about ego. This is about truth. The truth that you are already everything you seek. The truth that love does not come from them, it comes through them. Because you allowed it in yourself first. They are the reflection of your inner romance. And when your inner world is saturated with the fragrance of I am loved badly, your outer world becomes drenched in the same perfume. Every glance confirms it. Every silence echoes it. Every interaction becomes a mirror, showing you what you chose to believe. And so you walk, not in search, but in certainty, not in doubt, but in dominion. You do not wonder if they will love you badly. You know they already do. In that knowing, you relax. You release the need to monitor, to analyze, to interpret every little thing. You stop asking why haven't they called, or what did that message mean, because you've transcended the old game of chasing shadows. You are the light now. You are the sun, and they cannot help but revolve around you, not because you force them to, but because your gravity, your inner certainty pulls them in, and you begin to enjoy this new way of being, the calm, the clarity, the quiet joy of knowing that you are the one, that it's already done, that love is not something you get, but something you give yourself first, and life matches it. You go about your day differently. There's a softness in your step, a quiet confidence in your smile. People notice, strangers smile, opportunities open, and they feel the shift. They might not understand it at first. They may not even know why they're suddenly so drawn to you, why they can't stop thinking about you, dreaming about you, needing to hear your voice. But you'll know. You'll know that it all began the moment you stopped looking for evidence and became the evidence. The living proof of what love looks like when it's felt within. You'll stop fearing rejection, because you'll realize there is nothing to be rejected. You are the full embodiment of love itself. Rejection is only a mirror. And your mirror no longer holds any trace of fear or lack. It reflects your new story now. The one where you are cherished, where you are pursued, where you are the epicenter of someone's desire. This is the miracle. Not that they changed, but that you did. You changed your self-concept. You changed your vibration. You changed the core of who you assumed yourself to be. And everything followed. Because everything must. This is the law. Immutable. Inescapable. Beautiful. And from this place, the love you once begged for, becomes the love that begs for you. Not out of manipulation. Not out of games. But out of natural resonance. Out of the magnetic power of your assumption. Out of the beauty of becoming. Because you have chosen to act as if they will love you badly, and now, they do. Still you go deeper. Not to receive more love, but because you are now in harmony with it. You no longer desire validation, because you are validation. You no longer seek permission to be desired. You are desire itself. You don't just believe it in moments of confidence. You breathe it. It's in your walk. It's in your silence. It's in the invisible aura that surrounds you when you enter a room. This is not a performance. This is not pretending in the way the world understands it. This is spiritual embodiment. This is the law in action. You are assuming the feeling of being loved. And that assumption becomes form. It gathers itself into faces, into voices, into longing eyes and trembling hands. You become the focus of their thoughts. Not because you demanded it, but because you expected it. Expectation, when fused with feeling, is creation. You are not hoping they'll love you badly. You are expecting it as a natural fact, like the sun rising, like spring following winter. You have assumed your rightful place in their heart, and the universe has already reshuffled itself to match your inner reality. What used to feel like magic, now feels normal, inevitable, almost ordinary. Because when you live in the wish fulfilled, it stops feeling extraordinary and starts feeling like home. That is when the old stories no longer hold power. The story of not being enough, the story of rejection, the story of unrequited love, they fall away like illusions pierced by light. Because you have rewritten the script from the inside out. You are no longer a character in someone else's dream. You are the dreamer now, the author, the divine imagination. And so, as the world moves, and they come closer and closer to you, as they reach out, confess, reveal, return, you are no longer surprised. You are grateful. You are calm. You are ready. Not because you needed them to complete you, but because you had already completed the feeling within. Their arrival is only confirmation, not the cause of your fulfillment. And so, beloved, let this be your final remembrance. You are not waiting to be loved. You are the embodiment of love fulfilled. You are not chasing desire. You are the source of it. You are not here to convince anyone of your worth. You are here to assume it boldly, to walk in it quietly, and to radiate it effortlessly. When you act as if they will love you badly, with hunger, with passion, With aching reverence, you activate a law more ancient than time itself. You set in motion the invisible machinery of the universe. And it moves mountains for you. It draws them to you, not because of force, but because of frequency. Not through effort, but through energy. You are the operant power. Never forget this. You are not the puppet of fate. You are the writer of destiny. You don't need their love to feel whole. You feel whole. And so their love appears. That is the order. That is the secret. That is the truth. So leave this moment, not in hope, but in knowing. Not in doubt, but in divine assurance. And every time the world tempts you to forget, return to this truth. They love you badly, madly, deeply. Because you decided they must. Because you dared to assume it. Because you remembered who you truly are. And now, so do they.